Maria Quiban has been with Fox 11 since 2000, delivering your daily weather forecasts on Good Day LA. Before joining Fox 11, she was the weather anchor for OCN and the evening meteorologist for NBC Hawaii News 8 in Honolulu. Originally from Cebu City, Philippines, Maria moved to Hawaii at age 10 and studied journalism at the University of Hawaii. In 2005, she earned her meteorology degree from Mississippi State University.
Maria, who are you and what do you do?
I am Maria Quiban. I am the morning meteorologist here on Good Day LA. Gosh, I've been here a long time, 18 years I think in the morning. Oof. And 25 total here at Fox 11 this coming May.
What's your favorite time of day?
What is my favorite time of the day? It would have to be when I can get it. It would be nap time because we get up super early to be on the show to give you the weather. So we get up at sometimes 2:45, 2:54. I know it's kind of a weird alarm time, but every minute counts. And so my favorite time of the day would be nap time.
What's your biggest weakness?
What is my biggest weakness? I'd have to be honest that right now it is chocolate. Right now I don't know if it's my age, but I have developed this sweet tooth that I've never had before. And so right now if there's chocolate in front of me, I will eat it. If it's a chocolate covered donut, I will eat it.
What's your biggest strength?
What is my biggest strength? I think I can let stuff roll off of me, pretty much, negative stuff. And I can have a bad moment in a day, and I can let it go. A driver in front of me can cut me off, and I can let it go. I honestly have learned how to be more patient. And so I think one of my strengths, and I have a bunch, I think, is being able to just let stuff go. Don't let little things get me.
What's the biggest learning experience you've had?
What's the biggest learning experience I've ever had? Well, honestly, some of you may know that I am a widow. I've learned to accept that word now. My husband, my happily ever after, was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2014, and he died after 18 months of battling this terminal disease. And I learned that I could go through that nightmare and continue to keep going. I've learned that I can still live my best life. That's the goal. And I'm raising our son with that intention. And so there's more things that I'm discovering about myself, I think, after that. And I'm excited and happy about the future.
What is offshore flow?
That's a good question. The offshore flow is basically when we have winds that come from the land towards the shore. So it's kind of an air mass that goes offshore. I gotta do it with my hands. It's an offshore flow. Just pretend there's a green screen. It's from the land to the ocean, and it's typically when we have Santa Ana winds. It's the reverse of the onshore flow, which is when we have that cooling sea breeze. So yeah, the offshores typically will warm us up, and it can bring some havoc depending on how strong those offshore winds are.
Is the stereotype of weather in SoCal being boring accurate?
100%, 100%. But I do think in recent years, people have realized that there is weather in Southern California, that it actually rains in Southern California. And when I first moved here 25 years ago, 27 years ago, I actually bought into that. I was the meteorologist for the NBC station in Hawaii. And I joke that I moved over here to have an easier job forecasting weather. But actually, we have a lot of weather that we talk about. We have a lot of different microclimates around Southern California. We have rain, snow, winds, offshore flow, onshore flow. We've even had a number of tornadoes, weak ones, but we've had tornadoes and we've had tsunamis. We've had it all.
What is one vice you wish you could give up?
Well, I don't know if this is a vice, but I wish that I loved working out. I wish that I didn't love being lazy so much. I love to go home and eat, and then I get caught up in Netflix and watching my TV shows, and every day I have this plan to go for a walk or go work out or do some kind of exercise, and I don't. So what would my vice be? I guess it would be being lazy and wanting to be a couch potato.
What's a cause that's important to you?
The cause that's important to me right now is helping to find a cure for brain cancer. My late husband died from brain cancer, terminal brain cancer, and there's not been any significant advances in treatments for it, and there is still no cure for this disease. And it affects children, it affects adults, it affects you no matter if you're white, black, brown, whatever. And so I hope that in my lifetime, through advocacy, I try my best to go out there and raise awareness. I help fundraise for much needed funding for research, and I hope that in our lifetime, we will find a cure for brain cancer.
What's the best compliment you have ever received?
Wow, there's many actually. People come up to me all the time and they say, Maria, you inspired me to study journalism. You inspired me to study meteorology. I want to be a meteorologist. Maria, you inspire me to be the best that I can be and to be strong, to be able to move forward in life after a huge loss and grief. Those kinds of things really help to heal my heart, my broken heart. When people come up and say that your story, your book really inspires me, that makes me feel good.
When do you feel the most inspired?
Oh, when do I feel the most inspired? This is one of the things that I love about my job. We hear amazing stories every day on our newscasts, and I so appreciate the inspiring stories that come from children who have overcome the most incredible hardships, from people who have overcome destructive fires. Those are at the top of my mind. People who are able to keep going despite the massive loss that they've gone through. And when I go home, every day, there is at least one or two stories that stick out in my mind, and it helps me keep going myself. There's a lot of inspiring stories in the world, and I'm so fortunate to hear many of them here at work.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet. Sweet, definitely.
All right, what's a song you listen to on repeat?
Oh gosh. Well, the top of my playlist right now is Jack Johnson's Better Together. I love that song. I love Jack Johnson.
What makes you smile the most?
My son. both my sons, but since my older son is grown up and lives in another state, my younger son, Gus, who is now 14, he makes me smile the most. He is so funny and clever, and he's a great basketball player and a great golfer. He's just such a fun kid to be around, and I'm so grateful that he is who he is, because he does make life fun and unpredictable every day.
What's one thing people don't know about you?
What's one thing people don't know about me? Well, I can move my ears up and down. That's one of the things people don't know about me. Do you want to see? I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see. I'm 56. What else? And going and counting. Maybe some people don't know, but I am Filipino. I was born in the Philippines and I was raised in Hawaii.
What's your idea of the perfect date?
What's my idea of a perfect date? Well, gosh, that depends on so many things. Is it a first date? Is it a date with your loved one from, you've been together a long time? Or like what, there's different ones. Anyone? Just in general? Perfect date would be go grab a quick sushi, then go walk down to the movie theater. One of those movie theaters where the seats like lean back and you get a little blanket and get a big tub of popcorn and watch a movie and then walk home and talk about the movie. That would be a great date.
Heels or flats or sneakers?
Heels, flats, or sneakers? Sneakers for sure. Yeah.
Vintage or new?
That's a tough question. I mean, there's so many great things about vintage stuff and then new stuff. It's new. Can I say both? I want to say both.
What are 3 things you cannot live without?
The 3 things I can't live without. Not people, right? Just things, like objects. Gosh, these are hard questions. 3 things I can't live without. Right now, I definitely cannot live without my mobile phone, because that thing is my lifeline. I can't even get in this building without this phone. Let's see. Okay, I can't live without my mobile phone. I can listen to Bob Marley albums. I can't live without listening to those songs. I can't live without my friends and my loved ones, that's for sure. You know who you are. I can't live without chocolate right now. Chocolate is my thing.
Window or aisle seat?
Definitely the aisle seat. Got to get up and go.
What's your current TV character obsession?
TV character obsession? I'm watching this old show. It's called Younger, and it's Liza on Younger. And she's going out with a younger guy. Fun. New York City, she's just having the time of her life right now.
Leather or lace?
Leather.
What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done in your life?
What's the most adventurous thing I've done in my whole life? Whew. Most adventurous thing. Well, just off the bat, I think it was probably that one time that I decided I wanted to fly to Europe to meet up with one of my best friends for her birthday in Italy. And so I'd never been by myself really. And so I decided I was gonna do this, and I traveled to Rome, to Sicily. I rented a car by myself and I drove around in this small little town, and I did it on my own, and I was really proud of myself for that.
How would you define yourself in 3 words?
How would I define myself in 3 words? I am, well, I've been told that I am persistent, happy, in general, happy, and honest.
What's your current favorite piece of clothes that you own?
My current favorite piece of clothing? I don't really have one. Let me see. It'd have to be, it's kind of funny that you asked this question because we have to pick out something new every single day we try to. So when I get home, I always pull out the same thing, which is my soft, buttery Viore sweatpants and zip-up sweatshirt. I'd have to say those are probably, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one that I always grab every day.
What is a must-have clothing item everyone should own?
Everyone should own must-have clothing. Must-have? You must have underwear, people. Come on. Oh, please. Can you just please have underwear? Oh gosh. Must have clothing. Okay. Well, I would have to say a scarf. I think maybe because I'm getting older, I feel like scarves are really important. Not just as a fashion accessory, but I think to be healthy. I tell my son this all the time, especially when it's chilly outside. Scarves are cool.
What's inspiring you in life right now?
What's inspiring in my life right now? What's inspiring in my life right now? All right, I'm gonna be bold and say I'm inspiring in my life right now. I am. I've gone through a lot, and I'm going through it now, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going, Maria. We're gonna keep going forward. We're gonna keep living our best lives. And I try to inspire other people as well. Despite the hardship, despite the loss and the grief in my life, I'm gonna keep going. Yes.
What's the best piece of advice you've received?
Take Fountain. We've talked to so many celebrities and people who are from California, from LA, not from LA, and I've asked this same question of them. And it's actually a really great piece of advice, which is you take Fountain and you avoid all that traffic on Hollywood and Melrose. You just take Fountain, okay? Take that.
What's your pet peeve?
What's my pet peeve? I have a long list. Okay, let's see. My biggest pet peeve is when I have to tell you to take your shoes off when you come to my house. You know that I don't wear shoes in my house. We're from Hawaii, we're Asian. We don't wear shoes at our house. You gotta take the shoes off. Yes, Ugh. Choose.
Diamonds or pearls?
Diamonds, of course.
What's something you notice about someone when you first meet them?
What is the first thing I notice about them when I first meet them? Their eyes. I think I look at people's eyes. They are definitely windows to your soul. And eyes say a lot. They do.
What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret? Okay, I'm gonna go back in time. I think generally I don't really have many regrets, except for this one. When I was a junior in high school, I was asked by Kennard to go to the senior prom. It was his senior prom, and I was a junior. And I liked someone else at the time, and I thought for sure that I was going to be asked by someone else to go to the prom. And they never did. And so I think my biggest regret was not saying yes to Kennard, and I would have gone to the senior prom with him instead of no one. I wonder sometimes how my life would have changed if I had gone to the senior prom with Kennard.
What's your favorite board game?
Oh, my favorite board game right now, and I'm kind of starting to get obsessed with it, is Rummikub. It is fun, especially when the whole family gets into it. Yeah, so that's my new obsession, Rummikub.
What's your guilty pleasure?
What is my guilty pleasure? I mean, I go home, not work out, and I binge Netflix. I binge watch on my streaming devices when I should be going to work out. So yeah, probably that.
What book did you most recently finish?
That's a great question. I used to be a huge reader of books, huge. Now, I don't do as much reading, but the last book I read was probably my book called You Can't Do It Alone. Honestly, that was probably the last book I read.
What are you currently reading?
I can tell you what's next to my bed, and I put it there because I want to read it. And I can't even, what is the title of it? I think it's called Raising Boys, because I wanted to get some insight on how to raise well-adjusted, confident, and sensitive young men. That's the book I want to finish.
What is your biggest inspiration or motivator?
Definitely my children. And right now, most specifically, my youngest, because he needs to be driven everywhere. Basketball practice, sports this, school that, friends this, school event. So he's definitely my biggest motivator, and he gets up really early every day. So on my days off, I still have to get up early, but he is definitely my biggest motivator and inspiration.
How do you start your day?
I start my day by stretching. I do. When you get to a certain place, well, actually you should do this anyway, however old you are, you should definitely start with stretching. And I specifically turn upside down. Like I put my head upside down and I try to get the blood going into my head. And that's sort of my quick jump start way to get my day going at 2:54 a.m. on most days.
If you could raid one woman's closet, who would it be?
Oh, if I could raid one woman's closet? Oh, you know what? I actually just finished the series Emily in Paris, and I love her stuff. It's really cute and bright and beautiful, a little quirky and fun. I think I would want to raid Emily's closet.
Besides your phone or wallet, what are a couple of must-have handbag items?
Okay, so you must have lip balm and crackers because you never know when you're gonna get hungry. You just never know when the freeway may get stopped or you get stuck in a line. I always suggest having crackers in your bag.
Okay, if you were not an anchor, what would you be doing?
If I were not doing weather, what would I be doing? Ooh, I don't know. For the longest of time, I've always wanted to be on television. Ever since I was 5 years old, that was my goal. I watched an episode of Sesame Street and I discovered a woman. Her name was Maria. She made me laugh, she made me smile. Everyone on Sesame Street made me so happy. And I thought, I want to be like that. I want to make people happy. I want to make people smile. I want to have a good time. And so ever since I could remember, I've always wanted to be in this box when I was a kid. Like a box where you had to plug in. We had to go home and plug it into the wall, turn it on, and actually turn the dial. And I honestly have always just wanted to be in some way, shape, or form involved with that. So if I wasn't doing weather, I would be doing something else, but it would be part of that casting crew.
Where was the best vacation you've ever taken?
What's the best vacation? Oh gosh, we've had some good ones. What's the best vacation? Well, usually I think the last vacation is always the best vacation. And the last vacation I had, we went to Puerto Vallarta and we ate so much good food and we just relaxed, played in the pool with the family, went to the beach, went swimming, ate some more, and slept in. That's always the most recent vacation.
What's one city you've always dreamed of traveling to?
What's the city I've always dreamt of traveling to? Well, I've been there actually. So do you want me to do a new one? As a kid, I've always wanted to go to Paris, and I got to go to Paris. However, that one and only time I've ever been to Paris was a really tough trip for me because that was when I went with my late husband. He had never been, I had never been, and it was this trip in Paris when we discovered that something was really, really wrong with him. And it was after that trip, when we went back home, we discovered after seeing doctors that he had tumors and he had brain cancer. So I think what I would really like to do is go back to Paris and have a different kind of memory, because it was a place where I had always wanted to go. And now my memory is sort of really sad about Paris. I'd still like to go back and experience Paris again, but a little bit differently next time.
What's something you always travel with?
I always travel with an extra charger for my phone because you never know when you're gonna run out of juice. So yeah, I always travel with extra charging cables.
Favorite food?
I think I could live every day on Japanese food. Yep, I love miso soup, rice. I love having fish for breakfast. The Japanese put spam in there too, and eggs. and lots of rice. But I think I could live off Japanese food every single day for the rest of my life.
Best place to eat in LA?
Oh gosh, I can't narrow it down to one. There's so many places to eat in LA, good places to eat. All right, if I have to choose one right now, it would have to be Violet because they have the best truffle fries ever. So just go there, Violet in Westwood, and ask for the truffle fries. Everything else is good too, but the truffle fries, best.
What's the one talent you wish you had?
I really wish, and I hope and I pray my next life, I really wish I will be able to sing. I really want to be able to sing like, whoa, you know? That's what I wish I had. Because people who can sing can really move people, I think. And I love it when I get to hear other people sing. So maybe in my next life I'll be able to sing.
What's your favorite exercise?
Ugh. What is my least favorite or favorite? Oh, what is my favorite exercise? Well, as you may have heard, I don't like to exercise. So probably my favorite form of exercise is hiking. Not a strenuous hike. No. Just hiking, like walking to new places. That's probably it. It's probably walking, yeah.
What's your favorite band?
Oh. The top of my mind is U2. I love U2. Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite fast food order?
Well, okay. I think it's fast food. I love going to Ono and getting a barbecue plate. Mixed plate, fast. There's a little bit of chicken katsu, some barbecue beef, and barbecue chicken, and some rice. Cabbage.
Okay, what is something you don't want to be doing in 10 years?
What I don't want to be doing? What's something I don't want to be doing in 10 years? I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be pushing my hair. This big bubble in the back. Okay, 10 years from now, I do not want to be waking up at 2:54. How about 5 a.m.? I could do that. But maybe not waking up at 2:54.
What's the cutest thing on planet Earth?
My dog, Sunny Bee. She is right now, bar none, the cutest thing on the planet for me.
What's the best thing that happened this year?
This year, 2025? That's a tough question. It's only February and a lot of bad things have happened. So, what is the best thing that's happened so far? It was February. When February came, that was the best thing that happened.
What's your favorite cocktail?
My favorite cocktail. A really good margarita. Really good. Salt on the rim. Yes.
Which movie makes you laugh the hardest?
What movie makes me laugh the hardest? There's some good funny ones. I think anything with Will Ferrell is really good. Like that guy can make me laugh just walking in the room. Any Will Ferrell movie.
What do you usually eat for dinner?
What do I usually eat for dinner? Oh, it's always with rice. So no matter what it is, it's with rice. Steak and rice. Sausage and rice. spam, eggs, and rice. Sorry, but I do like my spam, eggs, and rice, even for dinner.
What do you usually eat for lunch?
Spam, eggs, and rice. Oh gosh, it can vary from day to day, but it's always gotta have rice.
What do you usually eat for breakfast?
Rice! Spam, eggs, and rice. I'm from Hawaii. Eat everything with rice and eggs and spam.
What's your favorite thing in the world?
What is my favorite thing in the world? I mean, besides my family and friends, my favorite thing in the world. It's gotta be my Sunny Bee. She's so cute. Wait till you see a picture of her. I think so too.
What's your favorite color?
What's my favorite color? Red pops up. I love red. It's bold.
What color clothes do you wear the most?
Red. I think I always pick red most of the time. But, you know, I'm lucky. I've been told that most colors look good. Jewel tones. This is what I hear from everybody here at work, jewel tones. But I think I like red the most.
What are 3 words to describe living in Los Angeles?
Awesome. Frustrating. Worth it.
Ooh, do you like surprises?
I love surprises. Love surprises. Not bad surprises, but good surprises.
What's one thing you had to learn the hard way?
My parents told me when I was younger not to get married at such a young age. And I did. And then I wasn't. I was way too young to be married. And so a couple of the times, you should listen to your parents. You know, when you're really young, most of the time they know more than you do. So I learned that the hard way.
What's something you're tired of?
Am I tired? I'm tired of waking up at 2:54. No, that's not true, actually. That's not true. Even though I don't like it, once I'm up and I'm going, I like it. I love what I do. So that's sort of a small sacrifice for what I do. What's something else that I'm really tired of? You know, I'm really tired of people who scam other people online. I am so tired of that. I say it on my social media that there are a lot of these fake accounts and they're pretending to be me and people get scammed by it. I'm so tired of these scam accounts and I wish that companies like Google and Facebook and Instagram, these people would take a bigger effort to screen out these fake accounts. They've got to do something about it. They have to, because too many people are getting scammed by these fake accounts and these criminals online. Let's do better, social media people, these big internet giants. Let's do better. I'm tired of these scams online.
What did you want to do with your life when you were 12 years old?
At 12, I've always wanted to travel. So I remember at 12 being in Hawaii in this little island. I wanted to see the world. So I wanted to somehow incorporate that in whatever job I had, probably as an adult. And I remember wanting to travel around the world and see different places.
How excited are you about life right now?
Oh. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited I am about life right now? 10 plus plus. I'm so excited. Now that I'm in my 50s, it's a whole other kind of life. And I think I've reached a point in my life and in my career where certain things don't really matter as much anymore. And just like I said earlier, you know, I don't sweat the small stuff. And I'm really looking forward to the next iteration of life and the next decade and so forth. I feel really comfortable in my shoes. So yeah, I'm excited about life. We live longer too, so I'm excited.
Describe yourself in a hashtag.
You know, honestly, I'm a simple girl. I would say Maria Quiban, hashtag island girl. I love islands. I do. I love Catalina Island. I do. There's something about island life and island lifestyle and the people on an island. Just a different vibe.
If you could do a love scene with anyone, who would it be?
If I could do a love scene with anybody, who would it be? Who are my crushes right now? You mean besides Brad Pitt, George Clooney, and all those guys? Okay. I've always had a big crush on Keanu Reeves. I feel like he's kind of a mysterious guy. He's smart, but I think he's been kind of boxed into this particular kind of actor or guy. But I think he's a lot smarter than we think he is, and I've seen him in some interviews, and he's a really deep person. And I wanted to get to know him a little bit more if I could. I don't know if that translates to a love scene. Doesn't have to be like physically, but I would like to get to know him in a more intimate way, I suppose, if I could. I would pick Keanu Reeves.
What's the biggest surprise you've had?
Being pregnant at 17. Yeah, I laugh about it now, but it's tough. It was tough, guys. Being pregnant in high school, that was tough.
Who do you want to write your obituary?
Who do I want to write my obituary? I would say that I would want my son Gus to write my obituary. I think he has a knack and a gift for retaining information and being able to say and write cleverly. He got that from his dad, I think, and I think he would do a good job doing it.
Style icon.
Style icon. Oh, style. You know, I'd like to say that there's one that sticks out in my mind, but old school, probably. Old school style icon had to be Katharine Hepburn? No. Who's the one that did Breakfast at Tiffany's? Who was that? Audrey. That was Audrey Hepburn. That I'd have to say was like a real classic, very stylish, tasteful, classy style would be Audrey Hepburn.
What's one ingredient you put in everything?
You mean to cook? One ingredient in foods? I would have to say soy sauce. I'm addicted to soy sauce, and I put it in everything.
What 3 people, living or dead, would you like to make dinner for?
Sean Weitzel. That would be my late husband. My birth dad. He passed away when I was 7. And the third person, it'd have to be very special. I can't. Dead, you said, yes? I really want to have a conversation with Barbara Walters. There was a point in my life where I was supposed to meet her and have a meeting with her years and years and years ago. And then the whole Monica Lewinsky story broke. And I was flying to New York to meet Barbara, but she ended up getting on a plane to meet Monica Lewinsky. So I never got a chance to sit down with Barbara Walters. And she was one of the people that I think I looked up to in this business and in this industry. She would have been fun to sit down and talk to.
What's your biggest fear in life?
I would have to say that the biggest fear in my life would be to not be the best mom that I could be. I'm getting sort of a second chance with my younger son. So I'm hoping that later, when I die, that my children will say I was the best mom that I could possibly be for them.
What's your current TV obsession?
I've just started binging Landman. It's a show about these guys who work on the oil rigs or the oil fields in Texas. And it stars Billy Bob Thornton, and it's really incredible. It seems so true to life. And I'm really fascinated with it for some reason. And it's really good.
Favorite app?
What's the app that I go to right away? It would have to be Instagram. It is. There's just, my friends are on there, my idols, if you will, fun stuff, really informative, inspiring posts. I've kind of curated my timeline and what I like to see, which are really inspiring posts. And there's like home decor mixed in. So it would have to be Instagram right now.
Secret talent?
Secret talent? I can play a little bit of piano and guitar. I don't know if it's so secret, but maybe some people don't know. But I can, a little.
Superpower you would want?
Superpower. The superpower that I would want to have would be to stop time. I wish I could just stop time sometimes. You know? Do some good, rearrange some things, but also just savor my younger one and how he's growing up so fast. And yeah, I just want to stop time sometimes.
How do you define beauty?
Beauty. Beauty is, I mean, there's outward beauty, but I really truly think the most beautiful people that I've seen are the people who are beautiful on the inside and the outside. And I think the outside beauty comes from the inside. Does that make sense? I feel like the people who are so confident and who are so comfortable in who they are and what they believe in, so strong, so confident, that it just translates to this outer beauty. I'd have to say that the people that are most confident are the most beautiful people.
What do you love most about yourself?
What do I love the most about myself? I should have an answer for you right away. I don't know. Right now, let me see. What do I love most about myself? I think I'm pretty honest. I think I'm pretty forthcoming about how I feel about you, what I think about you, what I think of this food. I think for the most part, I'm pretty honest. I'm not gonna just say stuff that you want to hear, I think.
What's the best way to take a rest or decompress?
Get a massage. Go to the ocean. If you could do both at the same time, that would be so great. Be by the ocean and get a massage.
What's your affirmation for today?
You can do it. You got this.
What's something you would like to tell the viewers?
Go get my book. I wrote a book called You Can't Do It Alone. I've been told that it's quite inspiring, so it's a part of my life that I'm sharing with everyone. So pick it up, please. It brings awareness to some of the things we've talked about today. You can't do it alone.
What's your rating of The Sit?
Well, the sit's pretty good. I rate it a 10. This chair's pretty comfortable. So far, I feel good about it. I'm excited to see it. Put the lights back!